Let me tell you something most people won't say out loud. When a man truly loves you, you don't have to beg, guess, or shrink yourself to feel chosen. Love does not confuse you. Love shows up. When a man truly loves you, he makes you feel emotionally safe before he ever tries to impress you. I'm not talking about grand gestures or dramatic words. I'm talking about the quiet, steady feeling that you can exhale around him. That you don't have to perform, pretend, or protect your heart every second. You can be fully human, messy, emotional, tired, and he doesn't flinch. True love is not loud at first. It's consistent. It's how he listens without rushing you. It's how he doesn't minimize your feelings or label you too much when you're vulnerable. When a man loves you deeply, your emotions are not an inconvenience to him. They are information. He leans in instead of pulling away. You don't feel anxious wondering where you stand. You don't replay conversations in your head trying to decode his tone. His words and actions match, and that alignment builds trust in your nervous system. Your body knows before your mind does. You feel calmer, steadier, more grounded. And here's the truth many people struggle with. Love that keeps you in constant doubt is not love, it's attachment mixed with fear. Real love doesn't make you earn basic respect. It doesn't disappear when things get uncomfortable. When a man truly loves you, he protects your heart even when you're not watching. He doesn't play games with your feelings. He understands that loving you means caring for your emotional world, not just wanting access to your body or your attention. That's safety. That's the foundation. Without it, nothing else matters. When a man truly loves you, he takes responsibility for how he shows up, especially when it's hard. Love is not about perfection. It's about ownership. He doesn't hide behind excuses, silence, or ego. When he hurts you, he doesn't gaslight you into thinking you're imagining the pain. He doesn't say, you're too sensitive, or that's just how I am. He pauses. He reflects. He takes it in, because real love has humility in it. A man who truly loves you understands that impact matters more than intention. Even if he didn't mean to hurt you, he cares deeply that he did, and that care changes behavior, not temporarily, not performatively, but consistently. Love is proven in the repair, not the apology alone. You'll notice this, he doesn't disappear when conflict shows up. He stays in the room emotionally. He may struggle, he may need time, but he comes back. He doesn't punish you with distance. He doesn't make you chase closure. He values the connection more than winning the argument. And listen closely. This is important. Love doesn't mean he never fails. It means he doesn't abandon the work. He is willing to be uncomfortable so the relationship can be honest. He chooses growth over pride. When a man loves you, accountability is not a threat to him. It's an expression of his values. He wants to be better, not because he's afraid of losing you, but because your pain matters to him. That kind of love feels solid. It teaches your heart that mistakes don't equal abandonment. That conflict doesn't equal danger. And once you experience that, you stop settling for less because your soul knows what real love feels like. When a man truly loves you, he chooses you in the small, ordinary moments, not just when it's convenient or romantic. Love lives in consistency. It's in the follow through. It's in the way he remembers what matters to you and acts on it without being reminded. You don't have to chase his effort. You don't have to beg for time, clarity, or presence. He makes space for you in his life because you already belong there. His schedule reflects his priorities, and you are not squeezed in, you are considered. And this is how you know the difference between desire and devotion. Desire shows up when it feels good. Devotion shows up when it's inconvenient, when he's tired, when life is heavy, when no one is watching. A man who truly loves you doesn't make you compete with his phone, his friends, his ego, or his fear of commitment. He doesn't treat your relationship like an optional extra. He integrates you into his life, his routines, his decisions, his future thinking. You'll feel it in how he plans, not in dramatic promises, but in steady actions. He talks about where, naturally, without pressure or performance. He invites you into his world and wants to step into yours. Love, real love, is collaborative. And here's the truth that can feel uncomfortable. If someone only shows up when it's easy, that's not love, that's convenience. Love is presence over time. When a man truly loves you, you don't feel like an afterthought. You feel chosen again and again through action, not just words. And that consistency, it builds trust. It quiets anxiety. It tells your heart, I don't have to fight for this love. It's already here. When a man truly loves you, he does not try to control you. He celebrates your autonomy. He doesn't feel threatened by your strength, your voice, or your independence. Instead, he is proud of it. He understands that love is not about possession. It's about partnership. You don't feel like you have to shrink to keep him comfortable. You don't have to dim your ambition, soften your intelligence, or silence your truth. A man who loves you wants you fully expressed, not carefully contained. He knows that your growth does not take away from him. It enriches the relationship. This is where insecurity and love separate. Control comes from fear of loss, fear of not being enough, fear of vulnerability. Love, on the other hand, trusts. It allows space. It respects boundaries. When a man truly loves you, he doesn't monitor your freedom or question your worth. He doesn't use jealousy as proof of care. He doesn't confuse intensity with intimacy. Instead, he gives you room to breathe and still chooses you every day. And here's the quiet power of that kind of love. You become more yourself, not less. You feel encouraged to grow, to evolve, to take risks. You are not trapped by the relationship. You are expanded by it. He doesn't compete with your dreams. He supports them, even when they challenge him, even when they require patience. Because love is not about being needed. It's about wanting to stand beside someone who is whole. When a man loves you deeply, he doesn't cage you to keep you. He trusts that the real you will stay because you are free. When a man truly loves you, he shows you respect in moments when no one else would ever know. Love is not performative. It doesn't exist for an audience. It shows up in private, behind closed doors, in silence, in how he speaks about you when you're not there. He doesn't joke at your expense to feel powerful. He doesn't share your vulnerabilities for entertainment or validation. What you trust him with, he protects. Your insecurities are not weapons in his hands. They are sacred ground. Respect looks like this. He listens without interrupting. He disagrees without belittling. He corrects without humiliating. Even when emotions are high, he does not cross lines that cannot be uncrossed because he understands that words leave marks. A man who truly loves you is careful with your dignity. He does not try to win by making you smaller. He knows that love and contempt cannot coexist. And here's something important. Respect is not something you should have to teach or negotiate. It is a value. When it's there, you feel it in your body. You feel seen, valued, not tolerated. This kind of respect creates emotional safety so deep that vulnerability becomes possible. You can share your fears, your past, your flaws without bracing for impact. When a man loves you, he does not just want your affection. He wants your trust. And he understands that trust is built in the moments when power could be misused, but isn't. That is love with integrity, quiet, strong, unshakable. When a man truly loves you, he doesn't rush your healing. He respects your pace. He understands that love is not about fixing you, saving you, or rewriting your past. It's about walking beside you while you do your own work in your own time. He doesn't shame you for your triggers. He doesn't roll his eyes at your wounds. He recognizes that everyone carries history, and loving you means honoring where you've been, not using it against you. Your pain is not a problem to solve. It's a story to understand. You'll feel this in how patient he is when you struggle. He doesn't pressure you to just get over it. He doesn't make your healing about his comfort. He knows that real intimacy requires tenderness, not urgency. And here's the deeper truth: a man who truly loves you is also willing to face his own wounds. He doesn't expect you to do all the emotional labor. He takes responsibility for his patterns, his defenses, his fears. Love is mutual growth, not one person carrying the weight. This kind of love feels gentle, but it is not weak. It is grounded. It understands that rushing healing only creates more damage. So he stays steady, he learns, he adapts. When a man loves you, your nervous system learns something new, that closeness doesn't have to hurt. That intimacy doesn't have to cost you your sense of self, that you are allowed to heal without being hurried. And in that space, safe, patient, compassionate love doesn't just survive, it deepens. When a man truly loves you, he does not run from your truth. He invites it. He invites it. He wants to know what you really feel, not just what's easy to hear. He creates space for honesty, even when that honesty is uncomfortable. You don't have to filter yourself to keep the peace. You don't have to swallow your needs to avoid conflict. A man who loves you understands that silence might look calm, but it slowly kills connection. So he encourages you to speak. And when you do, he listens, not to defend himself, but to understand you. This is rare. Because listening requires vulnerability. It requires putting ego down. It requires courage. When a man loves you, he asks questions instead of making assumptions. He stays curious about your inner world. He doesn't decide who you are based on his fears or past experiences. He lets you define yourself again and again. And notice this, your honesty does not scare him away. It doesn't make him withdraw or punish you emotionally. He doesn't use your truth as evidence that you are too much. Instead, he sees it as intimacy. Love like this teaches you that your voice matters, that your needs are not burdens. That being real does not mean being rejected. When a man truly loves you, communication becomes a bridge, not a battlefield. You may still disagree, but you don't feel alone in it. You feel met. And that's how love grows. Not through perfection, but through brave, honest connection. When a man truly loves you, he does not abandon you when life gets heavy. He doesn't disappear when things fall apart. He understands that love is not tested in comfort. It's revealed in pressure. You'll see it when you're not at your best. When you're exhausted, when you're grieving, when you're overwhelmed and don't have the energy to be charming or strong, a man who truly loves you doesn't pull away from your humanity. He moves closer. He doesn't make your hard moments about himself. He doesn't say, I can't deal with this, and leave you alone with your pain. He stays present even when he doesn't have answers, because love is not about fixing everything. It's about not leaving. And this matters deeply because many people confuse attraction with commitment. Attraction is easy when things are light. Commitment shows up when things are dark. When a man loves you, you don't feel like a burden during difficult seasons. You feel supported. He checks in. He follows through. He becomes steady when everything else feels uncertain. This kind of love rewires something inside you. It teaches you that struggle does not equal abandonment. That needing support does not make you unlovable. He understands that partnership means weathering storms together, not stepping out until the sun comes back. And because of that, you trust him, not just with your joy, but with your pain. That's not romance, that's devotion. When a man truly loves you, he sees a future with you, and he acts like it. Not in fantasy, not in vague promises, but in grounded, intentional choices. Love doesn't stay stuck in the present moment when it's real. It looks ahead. It builds. You don't have to wonder if you're wasting time. You don't have to decode mixed signals. A man who loves you makes it clear that you are not temporary in his life. His decisions account for you. His plans include you. His actions create stability, not uncertainty. He doesn't avoid conversations about commitment. He doesn't keep you in emotional limbo. He understands that clarity is kindness, so he offers it freely, honestly, and listen carefully. Future-focused love is not about control. It's about responsibility. He doesn't promise forever to keep you quiet. He shows consistency to earn your trust. You'll notice it in how he invests emotionally, mentally, practically. He doesn't keep one foot out the door. He's present. He's intentional. He's in. This kind of love allows your nervous system to rest. You stop bracing for loss. You stop preparing for abandonment. Because his behavior tells you, I'm not going anywhere. When a man truly loves you, the future doesn't feel like a question mark. It feels like a shared direction. And that sense of direction, steady, honest, mutual, is one of the clearest signs of real love. When a man truly loves you, love does not feel like chaos. It feels like truth. It feels like coming home to yourself, not losing yourself to someone else. You are not constantly proving your worth. You are not negotiating your needs. You are not surviving the relationship. You are living inside it. Real love does not demand that you abandon who you are to be chosen. It chooses you because of who you are. Your boundaries are respected. Your voice is heard. Your presence is valued. And here is the most important thing I want you to remember when love is real, your body knows. Your nervous system softens. Your heart opens without fear. You feel grounded, not addicted, secure, not anxious. Love doesn't rush you, confuse you, or drain you. It grows you. If you are constantly questioning, chasing, shrinking, or suffering, pause. That is not the love you were made for. Love is not meant to hurt you into being stronger. It is meant to support you into becoming whole. When a man truly loves you, you don't have to ask for clarity. It's already there. You don't have to beg for effort. It's already given. You don't have to fear being yourself because you are deeply, fully accepted. And if there's one truth to carry with you, it's this: you are not hard to love. You are simply waiting for love that knows how to stay